This is Zion Delicacies. However, nothing is delicious here anymore. Ever since the outbreak of coronavirus, business here has slowed down, and he will tell you that from selling over 100 plates a day, he went to selling at least 7 plates a day. What is the impact of COVID-19 on small and medium enterprises in the country? On this episode of Metropole Special Report, we find out.
Yo, my name is Zion, aka Dominic Otieno. I'm the owner of Zion Delicacies, and this is where we do our stuff. This is the kitchen. This is where every good thing comes from.
Always smiling, always in high spirit, but currently there is nothing to smile about. However, before the outbreak of coronavirus, Domi says business was booming.
I had a lot of walk-ins, I had a lot of we also used to do like parties outside catering, You get one like maybe in a weekend, yeah. That was like normalcy of the days.
Domi's fortunes changed on the 13th of March when the first coronavirus was announced in the country. Since then, Domi says sales have been plummeting at an alarming rate.
The first week of coronavirus, challenges came. Sales zikaanza kurudi chini. You understand? And actually sales have been going down. You see, yesterday I can say ever since the curfew started, at least I sold more plates, like 7 plates. But imagine selling 7 plates out of like 100 plates. So out of the 7 plates, the only cheap plate I had there was one for 150. Yeah. So I had the rest for 250. You see. So at least I can say that covered my expense in the morning. Since now I don't spend a lot in the morning because you don't know who's gonna buy food or who's clocking in the office.
Things worsened for Domi's business when the government instructed employers to allow non-essential employees to work from home.
We used to sell a lot of food because what walikuwa nakuja job. People are there, people are reporting in the office. Almost like everybody's coming. And then me, I've been in town for a long time. So I have a lot of clientele, you see. I have I deliver to banks, I deliver to this radio station, I deliver to TV station. I also deliver to even this Forex Bureau guys because my business mostly is 90% delivery. You can imagine what's happening right now. I'm not even making full of my salary, even half of the salary that I used to make. If I was selling 10,000 in a day, yeah, right now I can tell you it's a challenge that I won't even sell 2,500 shillings. You see, because you are not sure who's coming to town or who's not coming to town. Yeah. So it's a gamble actually. Yeah.
To keep his business afloat with the hope of a better tomorrow, Domi is digging into his hard-earned savings. But with no end in sight of the COVID-19 pandemic, the caterer is scared utility bills might run him dry of all his finances.
We have to pay bills. Bills are coming. The government haven't told us anything concerning the bills, whether we shouldn't pay for the bills, like for electricity, you pay. Most of us who live in these houses, you pay for water bills, you pay for electricity, you pay rent. Me, I pay workers, man. Workers are waiting to be paid, How are you going to pay them? No food, no selling, the rent here at the shop, you see. So you really need to we're just banking on what's going to happen next. Just waiting. What's government going to say? Ndio jipange. Because right now, utajipanga kwa ile level ya kusurvive. You just need something to put on the table that you're safe with your security and their health. That's what matters right now.
Abraham Muthoga, an economist, says one of the impact of COVID-19 on the economy is depressed demand.
The major effects of the COVID-19 on the economy will revolve around the depressed demand. It will come from low incomes, number one, and two, the actual depletion of income out of being laid off. Now, this creates a cycle because when there are lower incomes, people demand less. When people demand less, less is produced. When less is produced, you end up having to lay off factors of production of which labor is part of. So those who are laid off, when they go home, they go and compound the problem of low incomes. So you have a vicious cycle going round whereby more and more people are joining those who don't have income, and the demand becomes depressed as we go along.
Survival during this crucial time of a global health pandemic is crucial. Abraham says reinvention and innovation is the only way through which MSMEs will be able to wade through this wave of global disruption.
People are now consuming only those goods that they must consume, which revolves around food and medicine, basically staying alive. So for the moment, those are the businesses that are doing well. However, even the so-called non-essential businesses can transform their models to fit this reality. And this will require fresh thinking, out-of-the-box thinking, and most importantly, throwing out the current model and coming out with a completely new model that fits the new so-called COVID dispensation.
As such, Domi says moving on, instead of clients reaching out to him, he's planning to create an app to ensure that clients can have access to his dishes beyond office hours.
Sasa ile system iko, itabidi, we need to create an app for our business. You see, we need to create an app. We are working on creating our app for our business. But meanwhile, being that we've been delivering food, we are thinking of delivering like from door to door. You see, from door to door, there are people who can't cook, you know. There are people who used to order food for dinner. There are used to people who order food for lunch. Someone order lunch, someone order for dinner. You see, so I'm banking on these guys.
We leave Domi and his team to go deliver food to clients that have placed orders. We head out to meet Sylvia, a hairstylist and human hair vendor in the Central Business District. Same script, different narrator.
Before coronavirus, the business was good. Everything was moving on well, but right now it's like we are on a stagnant part. Like this client, since morning is my first client, but before ningekuwa like okay, my business I do like they come and pick. Like now this is the week I made like, it was 2 days. They come, they place order, I make for them their weeks, they come and pick. But right now, as you see, this is stock. They have not come to collect their wigs because they fear. Even before akuja aliniuliza, Sylvia, are you at work? Nikamwambia, yes, I'm at work. You don't fear corona? I say, our work is from hand to mouth. We cannot stay at home. Tunaogopa corona. I'm not at work. You see, it's a bit challenging. And now everything is on the slow move. Things are stagnant, things are not moving. Kama huyu, ndio my first client since morning, actually since yesterday.
With global supply chains disruption hitting nearly 30%, Sylvia fears she might not be able to keep her business afloat.
Right now, we don't have any stock. When I call my suppliers, they tell me right now they don't have stock. Everything is down, nothing is moving, no importation, nothing. Hata sasa client akiniambia nataka wig, at least I have to look for way ya kupata the material ndio nimtengenezee wig.
In addition, just like Domi, her biggest nightmare is utility bills.
Hata saizi sijui, hata landlord akikuja akiniambia pesa rent. Actually, in fact, the worst part, we have chamas. So we have to stop our chamas. Hata saizi chama iko kesho, we don't have that money. Because as we depend on chamas, tupate chama, tulipe rent, we do our things. Right now, hata sikia chama ikifika, mimi sijui, which is tomorrow, hata tusiende mbali, sijui nitaambia watu nini. Siwezi nikamwambia sina pesa, because hatujui, we live for God sometimes.
Though laughing and trying to keep a positive spirit, Sylvia says a bright future is not very certain for her business.
Actually, before my business, irudi where it was, it will take some time. It'll take time. Because kabla ndio nirudi where I was, like in a day, I could supply like 6 weeks or 7 weeks. Imagine I was supplying, clients were coming to pick like 4. Now this is 1 in a day. Kabla nirudi hapo, it will take some time.
According to data from the World Bank, small and medium enterprises represent about 90% of businesses and more than 50% of employment worldwide. Formal SMEs contribute up to 40% of the GDP in emerging economies, creating 7 out of every 10 jobs. In Kenya, official statistics indicate that SMEs constitute 98% of all businesses in the country, creating 30% of the jobs annually, as well as contribute 3% to the GDP. According to the survey, 80% of the 800,000 new jobs created in the year came from the informal sector, which is dominated by SMEs. However, a survey by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics released early 2017 indicates that approximately 400,000 micro, small and medium enterprises do not celebrate their second birthday. Few reach their fifth birthday, leading to concerns of sustainability of this critical sector. In a bid to buffer the economy and cushion these businesses, President Uhuru Kenyatta on the 25th of March announced an economic stimulus package.
A reduction of the turnover tax rate from the current 3% to 1% for all micro, small, and medium enterprises.
The stimulus package has received mixed signals in the market. Phyllis Wakiaga, the Chief Executive Officer of the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, lauds the President for the measures, but says more needs to be done.
Additional measures need to be considered because for the people employed by the SMEs, if they are unable to do business, issues like wage support need to be looked at. Also exemptions from certain expectations by the revenue authorities in terms of filing returns, the issues of VAT. We saw the reduction from 16 to 14%, but there is need for further reduction to enable the SME sector to make it through and to weather the storm.
On the other side, COVID-19 has equally brought fortune for other businesses. Sandy, an end-to-end transport and logistics for businesses, is reaping the opportunity presented by the virus. And if you could quantify maybe by what percentage or how much has demand shifted since the beginning of COVID-19 as compared to maybe last year? You've just spoken about resources. With this kind of demand comes the need to boost up your infrastructure. Maybe what kind of changes have you made to ensure that you feed to that demand? As the world battles the COVID-19 pandemic, the bigger battle ahead will be around how to get the global economy onto the path of recovery.
We shouldn't be taxed right now. Why are you taxing people? Yeah, why are you taxing people when nobody's working right now? Everything has stopped, you see. Yeah, the money that we are spending the money that ain't coming back.
What pay allowance siku kulipa rent? Maybe they give us 2 or 3 months so that we can sort them. Ama hata tukilipa rent tusilipe the full amount, maybe half or quarter.
For as long as we have policies that ensure that people have more money in their pockets, then we will sustain the demand for the products in the economy, and it will keep the economy going. Because for as long as the demand is depressed, then production will go down, and the spiral towards recession will be unstoppable. So whichever policy the government pursues, because there are many options, and which they have already started pursuing in terms of the monetary and the fiscal policy, they should be driven towards putting more money in people's pockets.
Ensuring that we have affordable financing for the SME sector to enable them to jumpstart their operations, and putting in place these concessions that would have come during the pandemic for a longer period of time so that operations can pick up and SMEs can be up and running.
This is the new state of the CBD. The everyday hustle and bustle is being replaced with shut down buildings and near empty streets. And the end is nowhere in sight, since the number of confirmed cases in the country continues to rise. Similarly does the death toll. And until the world is declared free of coronavirus, small and medium enterprises will continue to pay a hefty price for the ongoing global health pandemic. For Metropole Special Report from Nairobi, my name is Indiro Oganga.